Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool things to go over. A rumor has popped up for the second DLC for Pokemon Legends EA called Infinite Reality. We have some gameplay details that you may have missed, a ton of new events that have been announced. There's so much stuff to break down today. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's go over all of the brand new Pokemon events, starting off with the Shiny Chi-Yu. The final legendary Ruin Pokemon as a Shiny is now available to claim as a mystery gift. We've got Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Shiny Chi-Yu distribution has begun. Available via mystery gift and then get via internet. You do not need a code for this Shiny Pokemon. And then also several Terra Shard sets are also available. It is available until the 30th of September 2025. So you've got 11 days to redeem this. The other Shiny Ruin Pokemon also end on the 30th of September as well. So if you haven't got them yet for whatever reason, make sure to do it by the 30th of September because it's the only legitimate way to get these Shiny Legendaries. We've got a little bit more information about it as well. PLDH tweeting out saying Shiny Chi-Yu's mystery gift is live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with a final total of 3,126,823 victories. The last set of Terra Shards is also available too. And then this is the sort of total of all of the Shinies. So Wo-Chien was 6,078,885. Chien-Pao was 5,020,994. Ting-Lu was 3,556,583. And Shiny Chi-Yu was 3,126,823. You can kind of see the drop off where people just weren't bothered about it anymore because it nearly halves from Wo-Chien to Shiny Chi-Yu. But either way, it is available to grab now, so make sure to do that. Moving on for Pokemon Unite, we've got Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon Unite has added Empoleon as a playable character alongside its Hollow-Wear, the King style Hollow-Wear. So in Pokemon Unite, you can now use Piplup, Primplup, and Empoleon as playable characters in the MOBA. Moving on, we have an update for Pokemon Cafe Remix. We've got Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Cafe Remix event has been officially announced. It adds Greavard into the game. This runs from Sunday, September the 21st at 2025, which is of course this Sunday. And then finishing things off for the events, we've got Cerebi tweeting out about Pokemon Go. So the Pokemon Go Community Day on October the 12th, 2025, 4 days before Pokemon Legends EA drops, will focus on Solosis. It runs from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. And those are all of the latest Pokemon events and announcements that I wanted to go over for today's video. Moving on, we have a very interesting gameplay detail to go over that was posted on the r/LegendsEA Reddit by Herm the Villager. They noticed something very strange from the final trailer in regards to Mega Evolving Pokemon, and in some certain situations, you might not even need a Mega Evolution Stone. So, during the Rogue Mega Battle scene, Malamar, Victreebel, and Hawlucha aren't holding their Mega Stones, but they Mega Evolve anyways. So maybe in Rogue Mega Battles, you don't need a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve a Pokemon. So yeah, when I think they're fighting like a Camerupt or something, and then they all like Mega Evolve at the same time or whatever, they're not holding a Mega Stone in the sort of kind of team display. I think it's like in the bottom left-hand corner or something like that, because this is what it's supposed to look like. So obviously we can see Greninja here with this sort of, well, the Greninja Mega Stone there. So this was obviously revealed when we were introduced to Mega Greninja. So they are supposed to hold their Mega Stones in Pokemon Legends EA, but in Rogue Mega Battles, it looks like they can Mega Evolve without needing that stone. So obviously in Rogue Mega Battles, it's a little bit different because you have to collect the sort of crystals or whatever, like that come out of the Rogue Mega, and then when you get enough, you can then Mega Evolve your Pokemon. But we didn't know that you don't need your Mega Stone, or at least I don't think we knew about that. So yeah, it's interesting because obviously if you don't have the Mega Stone in your bag, does that mean you can then still Mega Evolve a Pokemon in a Rogue Mega Battle? So this obviously means a lot for Ninja, Delphox, and Chestnut, because those Mega Evolutions are locked behind these seasonal events in regards to like the online and stuff. But if you're in a Rogue Mega Battle and you have Greninja, Delphox, or Chestnut, are they going to be able to Mega Evolve? Because as you can clearly see, you don't need to be holding your Mega Stone in Rogue Mega Battles. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we are going to actually be able to Mega Evolve them earlier rather than later. I don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, they forgot to add it on the trailer or whatever. But if you do go to the final trailer, you can clearly see the Malamar, the Victory Bell, and the Hawlucha are not holding their Mega Stones. But they clearly do have the Mega Stones in, you know, these images, as you can see from the Greninja. So, I don't know, food for thought, definitely very interesting, definitely caught my eye. Again, massive shout out to Herm the Villager for noticing this. Not many people did. So yeah, we might be able to Mega Evolve the Gen 6 starters, fingers crossed, without needing the Mega Stones. Obviously, it's only going to be in Rogue Mega Battles, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see. But I thought that was very interesting, definitely something to keep an eye out for. Could have just been like an error in the trailer, but I don't know, because they usually just capture the gameplay, so we'll have to wait and see. But either way, some gameplay details of Pokemon Legends EA that you may have missed. Moving on, I wanted to talk about the Legends ZA DLC and how it's going to correlate with the Pokemon Legends EA story. We have Soul Silver out here tweeting out saying, I think base game Pokemon Legends EA and the DLC Mega Dimension will mostly be standalone plots from each other, but I think there could be little ways that they'll connect too. So obviously after the events of Pokemon Legends EA, we'll then be able to do the Mega Dimension DLC, and Soul Silver was basically saying, you know, they're going to be two completely separate storylines. However though, if you remember after the first reveal ZA trailer in February 2025, there were a lot of questions about ZA taking place in an alternate dimension from the Pokemon X and Y plot. And in lore, this is canonically true. But now with alt dimensions being shown in the overall plot, maybe the unspoken true setting of Pokemon Legends EA is an alternative universe where some things happen differently than what we saw in Pokemon X and Y. So why Mabel and AZ Dark Pasts have essentially been forgotten and now they're accepted into society. Why AZ and his Floette claim to be 3,000 years old when that's a fact in X and Y. Why we hear nothing about Clem and Serena. Why the player character looks like Sycamore, why Yabane and Tawny are essentially alternate versions of the player characters, why 10% Zygarde is here, this form was only seen in Alola, why there are new Mega Evolutions in Legends EA, and then why Xerneas and Yveltal might not be dormant. So it could generally just be an alternate universe of the events of X and Y, which is why, like I said, we don't have Clem and Serena, why Zygarde 10% does show up, why, you know, AZ has to claim he's 3,000 years old when it's a fact in the games, why Mabel is the professor, you know, where's Sycamore, all these different things. It could generally just be an alternative universe, and maybe in this like Mega Dimension we go through a portal and we go back to the Kalos that we knew, and then we are introduced to Clem and Serena and stuff, and maybe they're older or whatever. I don't know, very, very interesting. Definitely some ideas there to think about. And then also, I don't think they will have mentioned much of this in the base game, by the way. I think we won't have much information about alternative universes until the DLC. I wrote this specifically as a jumping off point for a lot of other DLC theories to come, just laying the basic groundwork. So yeah, definitely a lot of questions that potentially could be asked, could potentially be answered in the Legends EA DLC, which I hope they are. I hope they kind of like bring it all together and answer a lot of these questions. But definitely a lot of things to think about. But yeah, I wanted to quickly go over that because I think it's very interesting that maybe there's a lot more that meets the eye with the Kalos in Pokemon Legends EA. Definitely very, very interesting. Moving on, I wanted to quickly go over this because a lot of people have been talking about it. I think it's a massive stretch and I think people are reading way too much into it, but I wanted to cover it anyway because a lot of people have been kind of like bringing it up and asking me about it and stuff like that. What I'm about to talk about does contain leaks, so obviously if you don't want to know certain leaks, then just skip this part of the video, but that's your sort of warning. But either way, Nintendo UK posted this saying, which two are your most haves for Pokemon Legends EA or for your Pokemon Legends EA team? And they say you've got 2 Pokeballs left, who are you catching? And they show Pikachu, Magikarp, Eevee, Ralts, and Floette. A lot of people are taking this image to think that we're going to be getting a Mega Eeveelution, because Magikarp evolves into Gyarados, who Mega evolves. Ralts evolves into Gardevoir, who Mega evolves, and Gallade, who Mega evolves. Pikachu evolves into Raichu, who now Mega evolves into Raichu X and Raichu Y. It has been leaked that Floette, Eternal Floette, is going to be getting a Mega Evolution in Legends EA. So you've got 4 Pokemon there that are going to be Mega evolving in Pokemon Legends EA and the Pokemon Legends EA DLC. There's Eevee left. So a lot of people are thinking that this is a massive hint towards us getting a Eeveelution Mega Evolution, which I can't sit here and say we're not, because we don't know what the DLC leaked megas are going to be. Nobody knew that Raichu X and Y were a thing. Eevee isn't getting a mega evolution in the base game, but in the DLC, where there's probably going to be like 14 odd new mega evolutions, 10 to 15, it could get one. I don't think this is a hint for that, but it is a possibility. It is a potential. I can't say it's not, because we just simply don't know. It has not been leaked. If it were to get one, I feel like it'd have to be Sylveon, because that's the Kalos Mega Evolution, and maybe even gets an X and a Y Mega Evolution. The DLC Mega Evolutions in Mega Dimension could just be getting X and Y Evolutions. Like I say, Raichu's got one, or getting one, should I say. Mewtwo X and Y, Charizard X and Y, maybe Sylveon gets one, so Sylveon X and Y, and then maybe some other kind of prominent Pokemon from Kalos get one. But look, I don't think this is a hint towards Eevee getting one. I really hope it does, obviously, but I think this is just one of those random posts. I think they've been a little bit unfortunate with the Pokemon that they've used, because if they use something like, I don't know, like a Nidoran male. I mean, to be fair, Nidoran male could be getting one. Nidoking could be getting one. You just don't know, because obviously it's not been leaked. But I think if it used a Pokemon that was like really unlikely to get a Mega Evolution, people wouldn't have even batted an eye at this. But because it's Eevee, I don't know. It is obviously the second mascot. So if Pikachu, the mascot of Pokemon, is getting Mega Evolutions, maybe Eevee is as well. I don't know. I just wanted to go over it. You can think about it what you like. I think it's a major stretch, but the potential's there. But either way, wanted to quickly go over that for today's video. Finishing things off for today's video, though, we do have a new rumor to go over that was posted on 4chan, talking about Infinite Reality, which is apparently going to be the second DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA. Obviously, we're getting Mega Dimension. That is coming out sometime after Legends ZA. Could be November, December, January, or February. We don't know yet. And then apparently Infinite Reality is another DLC that we're getting. Again, there is a little bit of, I guess, evidence to support the fact we are getting a second DLC because of that leaker that kind of like dropped all that information. Obviously, we don't know. But either way, this was a rumor on 4chan. Take it with a grain of salt. These are all of the Mega Evolutions that are apparently going to pop up in Mega Dimension and Infinite Reality. So obviously, we've got Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. We then have Sylveon X and Sylveon Y. I didn't even realize that when I was putting this video together, but that actually kind of helps the Eevee the Eevee situation. Dude, I really hope that we get Sylveon X and Y. That'd actually be kind of crazy, but I didn't even realize. But yeah, I mean, look, this is just a rumor, it's probably fake, but it's just quite funny that we're talking about Mega Sylveon and then obviously it pops up on this rumor. But anyway, Sylveon X and Y, like they could be Raichu X and Y could be the big sort of Mega Evolutions for Mega Dimension, and then Sylveon X and Y could be the big one for like the second DLC. Anyway, though, those are the X and Y Mega Evolutions. We're getting a Mega Cloyster, we're getting a Mega Mew, we're getting a Mega Ledian, which I think definitely needs some sort of form or evolution or Mega Evolution. Mega Breloom, which would be really cool to see. Mega Wailord, which I assume would just make it even bigger, which I don't think we need. Mega Zangoose. Mega Roserade. There is a lot of Roselia and Roserade sort of connotations in Kalos, in Pokemon Legends ZA, should I say. So that'd be cool to get one. Mega Muffin. Mega Ambipom. Mega Magnezone. Mega Cryogonal. Mega Hydreigon, Mega Aegislash, Mega Noivern, Mega Xerneas, Mega Yveltal, Mega Beware, Mega Turtonator, Mega Zeraora, Mega Grimmsnarl, Mega Dragapult, and then Mega, oh my god, what's it called? Oh my god, it's really annoying me. It's literally off the top of my head. Tinkerton. So they're apparently all of the Mega Evolutions in the DLC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26 new Mega Evolutions in this DLC, or these two DLCs. And then we have a little bit more information about this as well, saying Mew is going to become a Psychic Fairy type, Ledian is going to become Bug Fighting type, Zeraora is going to be Electric Ghost, Wailord is going to be Water Dragon, the rest are the same typings. So Sylveon X would be Fairy, Sylveon Y would be Fairy, which, again, with the Raichus, I think it's just a massive missed opportunity. I cannot believe they made them both electric type. It's just really silly. Like, at least with Charizard X and Y, like, yeah, one of them keeps the typings, but then one of them actually changes it. and we know that's legitimate information. We got, like, they've come out and said they're both electric type. I think it's really unfortunate. I feel like they definitely should have made one like electric fighting or electric dragon or electric fury or whatever. But yeah, if Sylveon got 2 Mega Evolutions and it both stayed Fairy, I think it'd be very unfortunate. But like I said, look, this was a rumor posted on 4chan. Take it with a massive grain of salt. It is, as this person says here, why'd you wait until it was officially revealed to leak it? A lot of these DLC leaks are now coming out after, like, I don't think there's a single rumor that, or like rumor that we've covered that has covered, like, that spoke about this DLC really before it was announced in the Nintendo Direct. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we've covered in today's video. Do you think we're going to be seeing Infinite Reality DLC for Pokemon Legends EA? What are your thoughts on the potential Mega Eeveelution hint? What are your thoughts on the, I guess, different dimension of Kalos for Legends EA? Do you think that we're going to be able to Mega Evolve the Gen 6 starters, or do you think it was just like a glitch in the trailer or whatever? And then, yeah, make sure to redeem your shiny Chi-Yu and all of that jazz. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.